is 5 up to x plus 2 divided by 25 less than 1? In this question, we can try a strategy that is useful most of the times when dealing with sufficiency questions that show some math expressions in the question. We need to try to rewrite the question in simpler terms so that the analysis of the sufficiency for each statement becomes easier. Here, 5x plus 2 can be interpreted as the product of 5 up to x and 5 squared. Because you know, when you multiply two powers of the same base, the exponents are added. So you would get x plus 2 as the exponent. Okay? And then this over 25 is less than 1. But then you see that 5 squared and 25 are the same thing. So you can simplify this. And the question becomes, is 5 up to x less than positive 1? Well, with this simplification, statement 1 is obviously sufficient. It affirms the simplified form of the expression in the question. It confirms it's true. So statement 1 alone is sufficient. What about statement 2? X is negative. So how do we interpret this? Most people would say, okay, since x is negative, that is that 5 up to x would be a fraction. Well, you know that, for example, if you take this value, negative 2, the power 5 up to negative 2 can be interpreted as the square of 1 over 5. That is the inverse of the base. And of course, we know that this value is a fraction, a decimal, and so is less than 1. So we are confirming that with a value such as negative 2, we get an affirmative answer to the question. But does this work the same for all negative numbers, negative exponents? What about this, negative 1/2, which is a negative decimal, right? Well, let's see, just in case. 5 up to negative 1/2, this is the same as saying 1 over 5 up to 1 over 2. And then we can interpret this fractional exponent as the square root of 1 over 5. That is 1 over the square root of 5, which is approximately, 1 over 2.2. But then you can see that this is still a number less than 1. So we've basically covered the two important ranges among negative numbers. Those who are in this interval and those who are here. And in both cases, we are confirming an affirmative answer to the question. So with confidence, we say statement 2 alone is also sufficient. And then we proceed to mark option D.